his own thing. He's done many things like we all have, and we've all been taken for a ride, as you guys know. We've all been there and done that. So he's going through this whole process of finding out, what's real out there, and he came across the ICO Gold Rush passive income system, which is one part of his income stream. So we're going to talk about that today. So we might just see if we can get him on board here. Let's just have a look. You there, Civi? You there, mate?
Yeah, I'm here, bud. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Hey, man, thanks for coming on board for this quick interview. Because obviously different time zones, but we're just going to talk about Civi's journey so far in the passive income system. How much he's making, and as well as what he's actually doing, what he's doing. He's traveling, doing that sort of thing. So, Civi, maybe you want to just have a quick talk about what we just discussed before we got on the live. Your whole experience of finally trying to figure out stuff that works, and then what you're doing now, what you're doing traveling and all that.
Cool. All right. Thanks a lot, NG. Well, thanks a lot for having me here, buddy. I really appreciate it. Like I said before we got on the live, man, I've been following your shit for, I don't know, probably 3 months or so. It all started when I was just spending a year in the crypto space as a newbie online. I've never been online. I've never sold anything online. I've always done real life businesses, right? I'm a hospitality consultant. So I move around different parts of the world, and we basically do nightclubs and hotels, restaurants, daytime shit, nighttime shit, but it's never on the computer. You know what I'm saying? So when I came across Bitcoin, I was like, man, people are blowing up their wealth on this. So I thought I'd jump in, and I got pulled into I don't want to say I got pulled in, because you know what, NG, I honestly, consciously was willing to give up money to learn exponentially quicker, if that makes any sense. I just wanted to blast through most things and be like, okay. And like something would work, and I'd be like, okay, I keep going, no. And eventually, over time, it became very apparent that everything just kept closing or quitting. People weren't keeping their word. You'd follow your favorite guru, and he would go into something every 2 weeks. No one would focus on it. They wouldn't give you the back end things that they would promise. Everybody knows that ring around. So I was getting sick of it, and I was getting to a point where I was almost like, fuck, man. Am I just the sucker who's just going to keep getting fucked? Excuse my language. Or am I going to like figure out something that's actually working and legitimate? So I was like, okay, the only thing I can do is look up how coins work, and I can learn how to trade them and get into ICOs. So going into ICOs, I found ICO Gold Rush, $1,000 to get in. I was like, okay, I poked around a little bit. I talked to one guy I knew that was in there. He's a stud with the ladies. He lives in Las Vegas. I hear he likes guns. Fucking good shit, that guy. I love him.
Yeah, Sean's pretty cool.
He's dope. So he was the one I actually reached out to and asked about that, because I went into Bit Club with Sean, right? So I saw him on YouTube, and I hit up Bit Club like a long time ago. That was the first thing. So I asked him, he's like, yeah, man, people are fucking making money in there. It's legit. I was like, okay, someone says it's legit, I'm going to jump in. It's legit as fuck. It's just a mastermind group of, well-informed people discussing relevant topics and making informed decisions together. And then you add in your admin side, and you have all this awesome shit going on in there. And I was like, you know what? This is actually a support group, and they're doing legit crypto shit. Like, they're talking about coins and stuff. So when I found out that, and then I put all these failed programs together, I was like, well, man, the path is very simple. You go down the real shit, and you basically replicate it and move forward. So yeah,
I would say
it's been a trip, and it's been a trip, and I've been loving it. Sorry to scream, but I'm just pumped on this, man. Anyway, go ahead. Yes.
No, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I would say that you're relatively a newbie in regards to many people have been online for years and years and years trying to figure the shit out, and they still haven't. Yeah. And you've kind of come offline. You've come online, and like you said, quickly threw money at these programs and at these so-called people that want to lead you to the promised land, but they just take your money. We've all been there. But I reckon that you've got to do real stuff fairly quickly. I mean, it took me a long time to figure this stuff out, and you've probably got there in less than a year, if I could say. Yeah. So I would say you're kind of on the right track without having to go through all this stuff like that myself did, like many of us that are actually in ICO Gold Rush. You know, we did these multiple programs, put thousands of dollars into these programs, and just like you said, these people don't keep their word and they disappear. So what would you say? Can you tell us a little bit about you're a travel consultant, and you know, I think you're in the Philippines lately. Where are you now?
Yeah, I have a day job. My wife and I are both in the hospitality industry. So my wife manages a resort and a spa in the Philippines, and I consult for a handful of businesses, all hospitality related, nightclubs, restaurants, hotels, things like that. And we move around Asia between Singapore, and then when we're in Europe, we're usually in Switzerland, around that area. And then now we're in Canada. I'm not doing any work here. I'm actually just visiting my parents. A couple of things. One, when you're a consultant, you make your own fucking hours. So that's the way to go. And number two, the passive income system allows me to cash in Bitcoin every goddamn day, even if I'm flying or fishing with my dad or sitting on the screen all day trying to do some hustle. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'm cashing that shit in on Monday. So that's one of the reasons I really love this shit, to be honest. Like, all the systems are nice, but when you can really get truly passive income coming in, and you can rely on it to the extent that we can with the way this is set up, it's priceless, you know? People, when you were looking at these ones in 2017 and shit that everybody knows about, everyone was being woken to the concept of compounding, right? People Googled compounding for the first time in 2017. 3 weeks later, they were putting a fucking YouTube video out talking about compounding like they're a banker. You know what I mean? Because they got up to Wikipedia and they checked out compound. So that's good. I mean, it's good for people to understand how the system works so they can, you know, use it to their advantage. You know, either you're paying it or you're fucking receiving it. Decide what side of the coin you're on. So that's cool that all those companies woke people that way. But what's cool with this is you can apply the exact same monetary, you know, compounding effect, but with real shit, real coin shit. That's what I'm saying. Find real shit, copy it, compound it, boom. It's the best.
Yeah. And also, you know, with these programs that we got into, they sold that whole crypto, you know, earn Bitcoin, sold us on that. I mean, sold me on it, you know, hey, you can earn Bitcoin passively, you know, earn your 1% per day, you know, all that sort of stuff, right? But really, like you said, they were just selling an affiliate program and just using Bitcoin as the bait, right?
The monetary, the bait, or the trend, the buzz. It's like when the stock market grabs a company and they throw blockchain on the end and it, you know, 5X's or whatever. These guys are saying, they're saying, yo, check out our affiliate link / fucking something coin, right? They don't know what the fuck. Yeah.
Long Island T blockchain or something. I don't know, something like that. But
boss.
So
5X.
Exactly. 5X. Yeah, exit.
5X.
So you're where you at in with the passive income system? Can you tell us your journey on that so far and how much you make in a day, roughly? You know, it is crypto, so it fluctuates.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, okay. So with the passive income system, I have to preface it by saying 2017 absolutely ruined my financial standings as far as liquid crypto money I had to spare. You know what I'm saying? The play fund is no more, right? And nor is my friend's play fund and my friend's friends and everybody else I fucking know, because I brought everybody with me and everybody makes pretty good money. You know what I'm saying? So now all of a sudden we're all like, huh? And now some real shit comes along and I'm like, fuck, now I want to dump in, but I can't. So that being said, the results of this is what I tell my friends or whoever I'm talking about this stuff with, is that people, how long will it take me to get this back? What's the ROI? And I keep saying, it doesn't matter if you put $100 in or 100 grand in or $1 million. It's scalable to your desire and the return is the same, right? I'm right about that, right? Right. Yes. So when I tell them it's scalable, I just want to have that preface in my own mind to justify the route that I have to take with this one. So that being said, I think it's returning in the neighborhood of 1.7 to 2% daily. Does that sound about right to you? So
yeah,
somewhere in that neighborhood, but it does fluctuate.
Yeah,
I have invested about 4,000 USD roughly, and I'm somewhere in the neighborhood of $80 a day passively.
Okay.
Use the word passively, but of course we know you need to spend some time on Mondays. But to be honest, when all you're doing is moving around profits, it doesn't feel like fucking work, right?
It's like sit on your ass for what?
It's more like
Seven.
playing.
It is. It is. It's just numbers, and it's like, hey, then I can change it into Bitcoin. It's like, hang on a second, this is fucking real money, you know?
Yeah, it's
So,
like money. I love
I
the
mean,
sound
yeah.
Exodus makes too. That's a good one. The sound Exodus makes. Ching. Oh.
Yeah. I love that. I love that.
I honestly, I don't think I don't think I heard that once in 2017.
Yeah, it was always going out. They should
Oh
have
man,
they should have things that whoosh. Yeah, you always heard that whoosh, but you never heard that ching.
yeah, I heard the whoosh a lot. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
Man.
no, that's awesome, man. So you're doing about $80 a day. So what's your plan with this? Obviously, you know, you want to grow up. But how are you going to go about it? Many people do compounding, like you said. They either they roll it over to the next seat or upgrade. What's your plan with it?
Well, my plan, okay, my general plan in the whole crypto game, to be very blunt, is to be as aggressive and fast moving as possible. Because, you know, catch the trend, ride the wave, get in the front, go for it, right? The return on investment in any crypto shit that's actually real versus the real world, in my opinion, and I pretty much move around money and just play with money for a living and just do it out of hotels. But moving the money around is my thing. And there's nothing better than this. And of course, you know that. There's nothing better than this at this moment. It cannot return like that quickly and that forecastably without anybody else's influence, right? So I'm moving as quickly as I can, is what I'm saying. So my plan will be to directly reinvest everything into upgrades every week and buy as many upgrades as I can possibly afford with all my profits. And as I'm doing well with trading, I'm taking profits over there and I might scoot it over into there. But I'm also building up my my Ether wallet for nice ICOs that pop by once in a while. So I'm building up that. So there's always something there in the pot just in case. So I'm building up that slowly, but I'm just going to keep compounding and building this bitch as quickly and as bigly. It sounds like Trump. Fuck. Quickly and as big as possible. Shit. His fucking propaganda's working, man. His repetition.
You know what? And the thing, exactly what you said, because obviously, you know, we've been doing it this has been going for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
6 months, 12 months down the track, you know, the position that we'll be in will be very good. But think about, you know, it's like just like with mining, just like with ICOs have got mining's like over 400 days to get you a return on investment with the cloud mining, and now with ICOs, I mean, ICOs, there's some still really good ICOs. You just have to be more picky, and we're not getting the 10x returns that we were getting in 2017. So that's got a little bit harder. But and now with the passive income system, this is a real system. It's crypto, and we'll have a sales page out very, very soon to explain a little bit more in depth. But it is actually really real crypto, and even this is going to have a how would you say it? It's going to have the technology cycle. You know, like early adopters. You know, get at the peak, and then the people that come in last are going to get the scraps, right?
Yeah, for sure.
We're already going to make our money with it. So what you're saying is, hit it hard now. Make the money now, and then before anyone else comes, dude, we've already made our money, so then we can then diversify into other things that you'd look for.
Whatever the next thing would be. Yeah, that's what I'm. A couple of points there. One, that's why I love you and your group, because you guys are cutting edge, right? You're ahead of the trends. It's obvious. Me, as a new guy in the space, a year only, I've literally been behind the trend over 1 year. Now that I look in hindsight, I've been 1 year behind where I should have, or, you know, what the trend each year. For example, I got into mining 8 months ago, and I was like, fuck this mining. Have you heard of this mining? It's crazy. We're gonna get rich. You know, 8 months ago, that's what I was thinking, right? ICOs, I found ICO Gold Rush in February, March, April, May. So yeah, 2-3 months ago. No, about January. And then, you know, just after it spiked and it went down, I was like, fuck, I gotta figure out what the fuck's going on, right? So found ICO Gold Rush, and then fuck, I lost my train of thought.
With the passive income system. Now the passive income system.
Yeah. I totally lost my train of thought. Jesus Christ. Sorry. Anyway. Passive income system. I lost it, bud. I lost her. Totally lost my
That's all good, man.
I totally lost my train of thought.
You know what? It'll come back once we finish this interview and be like,
Totally.
that's what I was talking about. It's all good, man.
I wasn't
We're just
talking-
rolling on the fly, man. We're rolling on the fly.
It's
So
all good. I don't give a shit. When it comes, it comes. It comes. It comes.
now that's good that I can see you're excited about it. I mean, this is good too because you know you're obviously doing trading and you're doing your own other thing as well. What's your website? What was that website you just told me about?
Okay. Thanks for that, but I'll plug the shit out of this right now. I don't care. Okay, like I said, I've never been an online guy, right? So since I started crypto, I realized like, oh, there's the affiliate side, there's this whole thing going on, and I was like, oh, I'm interested in that because as I said, I travel a lot, and I usually am in destinations where it's like there's not a whole lot going on. It's resort places, so like I have a lot of time on the computer. I can make money online. I just didn't know how to do it and shit. You know what I mean? But I'm happy to do it. I got all the time in the world for that shit. And I can have a backdrop at the beach, except for when I'm traveling. Right? So, fuck, I lost my train of thought again. Jesus. What were we talking about, Angie?
Your website.
The website, sorry. Okay, so I was trying to think of how to brand myself, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, how am I going to brand myself? Something to do with the beach, something to do with Bitcoin, I don't know. And I was basically just copying these gurus and how they were doing shit. And I was like, this is cheesy shit, fuck. Then I was like, you know what? How do you get ahead in this game? You just find some real shit like ICO Gold Rush, like the passive income system, like a couple of others, very few small group, and you just find it and you replicate it. Replicate success, just like you read a book about one of the greatest authors' life or some biography of someone who did some awesome shit. Read how they woke up in the morning, replicate their morning for a year. You'll be pretty awesome too. That's how you win at life. You model shit that's good, right? In layman's terms. So I was like, all right, I'm going to find the good shit and I'm going to straight copy it. You are a perfect example. You said, make a video every day. And I was like, all right, I'll make a video every day. So I'm on day 18, you know, I'm doing it. That's why that new Facebook there, because I don't want to bug my real life friends.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to go. I think
they're not gonna even be interested anyway. So
No.
exactly right.
I just don't want to bug everybody, you know, that way. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I said, fuck it. You know what you got to do? You just got to find shit that works and copy it. So the website is called justcopywhatworks.com. I'm going to make a fucking t-shirt, man. I think that's a great brand. Just copy what works. Come on. You can apply that to anything. Fucking Ty Lopez shit over here. Just copy what works / fucking real estate. Just copy what works.
Start selling t-shirts, start selling caps and have your logo on it. And then they can buy into it. People are going to buy it.
Oh, man.
Let's give me ideas for ICO Gold Rush as well. I mean, I was doing Teespring back in the day. Yeah. But definitely, you know, I failed at that. But definitely, I love shirts and all that sort of shit. So,
oh man, me too. I got a buddy.
Brand yourself.
I got a buddy actually in the Philippines. He's an Australian Filipino. He's a dope artist, and I got him making up. Right now, I gave him a bunch of coin logos, and then I gave him the hip hop logos, old hip hop like Beastie Boys, fucking Run DMC, NWA, all these old hip hop.
Old school, man. Old school, eh?
Yeah, and I was like, oh fuck yeah, man. And I was like, yo, fucking mash that up and make a line. So he's working on it right now. It's gonna be tight. In Manila, shit's rough, right? It's raw that way. Like there's a big b-boy thing. There's a lot of dance under. It's like fuck Thailand too. We hang in Thailand a lot in Bangkok and shit. You know the b-boy kind of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of that in Manila, and we hang with those guys a lot. Those guys are in our clubs all the time. They're cool. So yeah, I got him making these dope fucking shirts. I'll send you some when I get them made.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's. I'll be interested to have a look at those designs. Because they do some. There's some talented people out there that can do some cool shit, and you know we can just
totally, man, totally
throw them some money. Hey, man, make us up some dope. In fact, that was one of my business ideas. I was going to do like the entrepreneur. I mean, it already been done, but I mean, I was going to do. But if you had your own unique designs, you could do them. It was just like the entrepreneur T-shirt brand series of had just all motivational shit and I never had the creative skill for it. I needed someone to do it for me. You know?
Yeah. I had that exact same thought, to be honest. When we moved from Singapore to the Philippines, like 8 years ago or whatever, 7 years ago, I went to Malaysia, to Jakarta, Baru, to go to the place where they make the cheap shirts. And then I incorporated the Thai design, and I was like, going to put those together as a motivation with a motivational quote, and then send them to the Philippines and sell them. Because I thought, oh, for sure, if you're importing to a new country, you're going to get a better deal. Super green thinking as an importer, wrong. Anyways, fucking that shit didn't work at all. But yeah, same idea, man. The motivational shit, I love it. I love all that shit. It's all positive vibes. It's all good. It's cool.
Yeah, awesome, man. Well,
Yeah.
man, yeah, this is interesting, man, because I've seen you on the Slack many times. And you definitely do comment and ask questions, which is awesome,
Yeah.
and you're pretty active there. And to I got your testimonial, which I appreciate that. We'll chuck it on the passive income system page when we launch that
Cool, you're
next
welcome.
week.
Nice.
And yeah, just talking to you now, it's good to see that you're excited and having some success. And it's just like it's just time to just scale this thing to the moon. Like you said,
Totally.
you can make $10,000 a day with this.
Yeah.
It's no problem.
You can scale the shit out of it.
It's a big pie. Yeah. It's just that it just depends on how deep your pockets are, right? That's the only catch.
as is life. I mean, as is life. Each to their own, right? Each to their own. You never know who you're standing beside at the park. Nobody knows. Everybody thinks they don't. Nobody fucking knows, right? So everyone can just do their thing. The whole point is understanding that it's real, understanding you control it, and then it's up to you. You put in $4, you put in 4 million. You do whatever the fuck you want. It's just the understanding, and you're getting that vibe of, oh, it's good shit with good people, not, oh, what is this? I need to look behind my back. And, there's just different ways of going about how you navigate life. And this is one of them. So I'm happy I found that online space where it's vibing that way. That's all you, actually. That's all good, man. Cheers.
Yeah, no, man, I appreciate the love. I mean, it definitely is like the online shit, and like I said, I've been around for nearly a decade, and it's most of it's just piranhas and sharks and there's snakes everywhere, and it's just
ruthless.
It's crazy. So yeah, when you sort of find something that works, and you get that vibe with the people, with the community, definitely look into it and move forward with it. So yeah, so if you're watching this, you can even use this video, chuck it onto your website or whatever, Civi. And if you guys are interested in the passive income system, just see Civi. All right, he can hook you up with the link and even just talk to him, because as you can tell from our conversation, he's just 100% real. He doesn't hold back, man. It's just like. That's what I found about you. It's just like, you don't give a shit. You just say what you feel. And I think that's the best. That's what I've always done as well, just to be real with it. Some people will be like, oh, I don't like this guy. But you know what? Who gives a shit? It's like, this is me,
Dude, that's life. That's life. People that don't get that, if they don't get it, either they'll never get it or they're just not there yet in their own journey. That's fine. But the people that are, if they catch the vibe, if they catch it, and they're on that level also, they'll be in with you. You know what I mean? That's it. And if they're not there, it's up to them if they're not there. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine. That's fine too as well. They can just keep on watching our videos, man.
Exactly.
We're here. We're just offering some value and offering something that works, and it's up to them to do their due diligence. So yeah, totally. Look, Civi, I appreciate you coming on the interview, man. This has been a fun interview, man. I really found out a lot of stuff about you which I didn't know, and I'm from old school, man. I grew up on Run DMC, NWA, Public Enemy. I grew up on that shit. So it was kind of interesting.
I'm still on that shit. Okay, it's not going anywhere, man. Shit.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for the interview, guys, Civi, and we'll see you in the Slack group, man.
Okay, bro. Thank you very much.
All right, bro. Catch ya.
See you.